Hey everybody, Danny Greco, Keller Williams here. Hey, I want to talk about something I often talk about with clients as we're discussing real estate and it being an investment and different property types equating to different asset types, whether you've got a townhome, a condo, a single family home. And often what I tell buyers is just kind of think of those as different asset types, A class, B class, C class. They're all fine over time. You're going to earn money off them, but they perform differently. And so I've always typically said that the single family home is like your A class investments historically have performed the strongest over time. Townhome, you're kind of B class, and condos, your C class. Now, we all know everything is super, super specific, and you could have a condo that definitely outperforms a single family home. There's a lot of factors that can make one investment better than the other on an individual basis. So I won't jump into that, but I wanted to actually kind of put my money where my mouth is and kind of see what exactly these trends are that we're looking at. So I want to share with you some info here and starting looking at this price. So I'm just tracking over the last years to 10 years, starting in January 2012 to now January 2022, which we just concluded, and looking at each of these asset types and how they've performed relative to one another. So for the single family market data that we're looking at right now, that entered 2012, and this may get a little uncomfortable for some buyers in the market right now, but the median price in 2012, January 2012, for a single family non-townhome property was $312,500. I know that sounds like it might have well been 40 years ago, but crazy that that was just 10 years ago. To fast forward 10 years today, and that has now jumped up to 825,000. And by the way, I should make note that this is for within King County. So I'm just looking at King County to kind of keep things here kind of simplistic. So non-townhome single families start at 312,500. 10 years later, end of January 2022, 825. So what I'm looking at are just kind of those trends. So I looked at a few numbers. Obviously, that 10-year time period there, that was a 164% increase in the median sale price over that 10-year time period. Within those first 5 years, it was a 66% increase. So from January 2012 to January 2017. In the last 5 years, from 2017 to 2022, it's a 59% increase. So let's kind of see how that now compares to these other asset types here. Here is the same graphic, but for townhomes. So what's interesting is January 2012, the single price for a townhome was $305,000. So really only like 2% off what it costs, the difference between a single family non-townhome. Fast forward 10 years, that is now at $730,000. So a 139% increase in that 10-year time period. So a little less than 164 that we saw from single family. Now, what's really interesting is in those first 5 years from 2012 to 2017, it went from 305,000 to 627,450, a 105% increase. That definitely beats the single family market that only appreciated 66% in that time. So that's really kind of interesting to see that. However, in those last 5 years, it's only gone from 627,450 to 730. So it's only townhomes in King County have only the median sale price has only increased 16% in the last 5 years compared to the 59% we saw with the single family market. So it's really interesting to see that in those first 5 years, it was on basically the same trajectory, actually a much higher trajectory. And then in the last 5 years, it has really, really cooled off. So let's take a look at condos now. So looking at the condos, which in my analysis with buyers is what I kind of describe as the C-class asset. They started in January 2012 at a median price of $161,750, which where are you, I don't know where you're going to find that right now, maybe in like St. Louis or something like that. I don't know where you find a condo that cheap anymore. But anyway, jump ahead 10 years later, January 2022, the median sale price is $465. So a 187% increase in those 10 years, outperforming any of those asset types. So single family was 164, townhomes 139, condos a 187% increase in those 10 years. In those first 5 years, from January to January 2017, the median sale price increased by 94%. So again, pretty similar with the townhome that was a little above 100 as well. But similar to the townhome, a slower trend in the last 5 years. So the single family home market, which is still seeing the median sale price increase 59% in the last 5 years, townhomes was 16, condos 47, so still better. Now, I think what would be really interesting is if we just specified this on Seattle, because I guarantee if we just looked at Seattle, that condo market would tell a lot different story, because 2020 was definitely a brutal year for the Seattle condo market, and has just kind of been, well, pretty flatlining since 2018. So anyway, I kind of went into this thinking I already had a conclusion in mind of what I thought would be far and away the better asset type, but it's kind of interesting that I'm kind of proving myself wrong here a little bit, at least over these last 10 years. Single family home that hasn't necessarily been the best performing asset when going back over the last 10 years. However, what is also undeniable is that over the last 5 years, that has definitely been the trend, is that people have been gravitating more towards those single family homes, and they have been increasing in their median sale price. And I don't see any of that discontinuing in 2022 and beyond. So anyway, hope you found that info helpful. And if there's anything else you'd like me to look at, just let me know and I'd be happy to do so. Take care.